Have you ever imagined what it would be like to live in a palace with over 2,300 rooms? Today, we're exploring the world-famous Palace of Versailles in France. 1. What is it and where is it located? The Palace of Versailles is a massive royal residence located just outside Paris, France, in the town of Versailles. Known for its breathtaking gardens, luxurious halls, and golden interiors, it's one of the most visited landmarks in the world today. 2. History of the monument. Versailles didn't start as a palace. In fact, it began as a hunting lodge built by King Louis XIII in the early 1600s. Later, his son, Louis XIV, the Sun King, transformed it into one of the largest and most extravagant palaces on earth. 3. Who built it and what it represents? Construction began in 1661 under Louis XIV, who ruled for over 72 years. The palace was a symbol of absolute monarchy and royal power. By moving his court to Versailles, Louis ensured nobles lived under his watch, making it not just a palace, but a tool of political control. The famous Hall of Mirrors alone has 357 mirrors, a luxury at the time, since mirrors were incredibly expensive to make. Enjoying this royal journey? Hit that subscribe button and join us for more fascinating world history and geography stories. 4. How it became so iconic? Over time, Versailles became the very heart of French political and cultural life. It hosted important events like the signing of the Treaty of Versailles in 1919, which ended World War I. From architecture to landscaping, Versailles inspired countless palaces across Europe. 5. What's special about it? What makes Versailles so special is its scale and artistry. The gardens stretch across 800 hectares, filled with fountains, sculptures, and perfectly trimmed trees. Inside, the palace blends Baroque architecture with unimaginable luxury, golden gates, chandeliers, and walls painted with scenes of French glory. Legend has it that when foreign diplomats visited Versailles, Louis XIV would guide them through the dazzling Hall of Mirrors to remind them of France's wealth and power. Imagine being dazzled into silence by a corridor of gold and glass. From a hunting lodge to a global icon of royalty, the Palace of Versailles represents both the grandeur and excess of the French monarchy. It's more than just a palace, it's a story of power, art, and history written in stone and glass. If you could visit just one spot in Versailles, the Royal Gardens, the Hall of Mirrors, or the King's apartments, which would you choose? Tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible journeys through history.